Hey Snacker Stars, Brandon from the sAs, the Snack Food Appreciation Society, coming at you again for another exciting edition of Pizza Night. It's a Frozen Friday edition, and you know what that means. I'm going back to the freezer aisle, man, I'm freezing! I'll be right back with Pizza Night right after this. Never fear, Pizza Night is here, so grab yourself a beer for Friday night, April the 3rd, 2015. Bad Cat early warning sign number 23. Cat has opened his very own retail pet food operation. Pretty sneaky, but she got the friskies, so hey, it's all good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this week is another Frozen Friday. So what do you think is in the insanely expensive Brandon Sack 5000? Do you have a guess? Well, I have a guess. Well, that's because I know what it is. Let me go ahead and open this bad boy up and show you what's inside. It is from Red Baron. That's right, Snoopy's boy, or his arch enemy, if you will. It's brand spanking new. It is Red Baron's premium quality brick oven crust pepperoni pizza. That's right, because pepperoni goes on every pizza unless it's a specialty pizza. And if you can't make a pepperoni pizza good, you can't make a pizza good at all. Anyway, as you can see there, the Baron looking dashing there and rugged. This pizza promises to be a little more than perfect, a little less rather than perfect looking, I would say, in terms of the crust. Looks like they might be going with a handmade, artisanal kind of thing there. Got the flame coming out right there out of the brick oven in the background. Let's go ahead and flip this bad boy over. It all starts with the perfect crust, apparently, and they're telling us not much else. It is a unique, crispy, bubbly texture with a golden brown crust, the brick oven crust. And there's some other Red Baron products. I've already taken a look at a couple of those. Go to redbaron.com for more. There's your cooking instructions for an amazing pizza. Put it right on the rack, which I'm going to do. Now it says preheat your oven to 400. We all know my oven does not behave, so I've gone to 375. Place pizza directly on the middle oven rack. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it one level above the middle rack so that the crust does not get overdone. Cook it for 16 to 18 minutes, then enjoy every bite. So I'm going to basically check it after about 12 minutes and see what's cooking, what's going on, and we'll find out. Let me go ahead and pull this baby out of the box and we'll see what it looks like in its frozen state. Alright, there it is. Just your standard issue looking frozen pepperoni pizza inside a cellophane wrap. The crust does look a bit more bubbly on the outside, and it's actually starting to thaw out already. I haven't had this thing out of the freezer for more than about 5 minutes, but it is already starting to thaw out, so I gotta check on that and make sure I take that into consideration. You got 16 big pepperonis on here. They are the chicken, beef, and pork variety, just like you get on a DiGiorno and just about any other frozen pizza here in the United States. Other than that, fairly decent coverage on the cheese. You got a little sparseness up here, a little sparseness over here, but other than that, looking pretty good. Alright guys, I'm going to pop this thing in the oven and see how it turns out, and I'll be back to show you how it turns out, tell you more about it and more, give it a rating on Pizza Night. Be right back. Alright guys, I am back and I am pissed. This is $3.75 for 11 minutes. Now let's review. Now I know my oven runs a little bit hot. It's a little bit on the dumb side, but this says over here 400 middle rack 16 to 18 minutes, okay? Now I put it on the rack slightly above the middle so that the crust would not be so close to the bottom of the oven where the heat comes from. Now I know heat rises, but still I've done this in the past and it's been successful with other pizzas. Not with this one. 11 effing minutes at 375 yields this. I don't know if that was cheese or all around the outside that got all burnt up or what it is, but that's dark, baby. That is dark. Now, one thing that's a good thing about this is that the pepperonis have gotten kind of crispy along the edges. That is something I dig. Now let's take a look here underneath, and you can see that the bottom crust isn't that dark, so that's not so bad. But I have a feeling this thing's going to be a lot stiffer than I bargained for. That's what she said. Also, I guess I'll take into account the fact that this thing was thawed out a little bit before I put it in the oven as well. I don't know, c'est la vie, but I'm not too happy about it. Let me go ahead and slice a piece of this up so I can show you a little bit closer. Alright gang, I am back. I have sliced this pizza into 4 slices. That's about all I ever do with these little pizzas right here. By the way, this cost $4.49 at my local Giant, so a pretty good deal. Let me go ahead and pick up what would be the 420 through 630 slice here. And it's still got a little bit of lilt to it, so I'm not that discouraged, but I know it's going to be a bit crunchy, particularly in the back there, and I'm not too sliced about that. Alright guys, it smells good. I hope it tastes good. We'll find out right after this on Pizza Night. Alright guys, I'm back. I've settled down a little bit, not quite as angry about the way this pizza has turned out. Just kind of upset about it, you know. You wait for a pizza all week and then you finally get it, and then the cooking instructions in your oven just don't get along. And that's just the way it goes, man. That's the way she goes. Alright, let me go ahead and pick up this piece. I've inverted it so the 420 slice ended up over there. And I guess I'm getting what would have been like the 945 or something like that. I actually like this one a little bit better. It's got a few more of them tenderonis on it. Alright guys. Looks alright. Smells alright. Does it taste alright? Alright. Bite number 2 is coming right up. Okay, that pizza tastes good. It's got fantastic flavor for a $4.49 frozen pizza. Especially one that may have been cooked a little long. Starting from the bottom up, the crust now, which was what I was most concerned about, it's a little on the tough and chewy side, but I think I see what they were going for. I think it was supposed to have a little bit of extra chewiness there. I just think maybe another minute or a half off, and it would have been just about right on there. The sauce is plentiful and flavorful. I was very surprised. It's a salty sauce, not really, a little sweet, just a little sweet, not too sweet. So kind of a mixture of savory but sweet, but dominated by the savory. I do like the sauce. The cheese has really good consistency for a frozen pizza, and better than what I remember Red Baron delivering in the past. Flavor-wise, it's got kind of a slight smokiness to it, which is pretty good in terms of the cheese. Otherwise, the texture is really nice. It doesn't quite pull and stretch like a fresh cheese, but it doesn't really clump and break apart either. So it's a nice, consistent mask of cheese on top of the pizza, leaving us with these pepperonis. And ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the best pepperonis I've ever tasted on a frozen pizza. Definitely in the top 5, I would say. I'd like the color. The color is very appealing, even if it may be an artificial coloring or something like that. The fact that they crisped up around the edges a little bit just knocks me out, really turns me on. Also, the fact that the grease is kind of pooling up in it a little bit. I call that the flavor saver, man. And that gives you just a little bit of extra flavor. A little bit of extra fat, too. But hey, what can you do, right? Okay, well, all in all, put all of those things together, minus the cooking fiasco, I think I'm going to go ahead and give this the very common rating of 3/4 thumbs up. That's pretty darn good for a $4.49 frozen pizza. This is a pretty darn good $4.49 frozen pizza. Just watch it very closely when you cook it, guys. You might not want to go more than about 10 minutes if your oven runs a little hot. Alright, thank you so much for watching Pizza Night this week. Speaking of Pizza Night, we've got a big special episode of Pizza Night coming up very soon here in the month of April, maybe even as soon as next week. So stay tuned to the YouTube channel here, SAS Snacks, as well as the SAS Facebook page for more information on that. Speaking of the SAS Facebook page, you can join us, our group, our cult, if you will. More than 400 people strong. I think 440 or something like that now. That's okay. I like that. And it keeps growing and swelling. We've had a great recruitment week. That's fantastic. You can join too by clicking on the link down below in the description. Also, follow me on Twitter at Brandon Reich SAS. Brandon Reich SAS on the Instagrams as well. Hashtag, as always, the Snack Society for all your social media snacking needs. And do the 4 horsemen on YouTube. You got your like, your favorite, your share, and your subscribe. So in the meantime, in between time, I'll see you next time for Easter. Bye-bye.